Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber. Sorry there was no countdown today, the 30-second one I normally do. Thank you for stopping by for talking about number 25. Yeah, I was watching a race in the Olympics. I got a little bit carried away there. That's why I missed my 30-day countdown. Anybody watching the Olympics? What's your favorite sports in the Winter Olympics? Mine's hockey and downhill skiing, but it's a lot of fun. Some of the skating races today have been really, really close, and real guys are really something, guys and girls. And of course, hockey's my favorite. Downhill racing, the women have been kicking butt. The men start Thursday. We'll see how they do. What's your favorite? Okay, it's right now. It's like the 5,000-meter skating that's on right now. Yeah, it is Super Bowl Sunday today. Super Bowl starts. Supposedly starts its kickoff around 3:30. I bet you it's going to be closer to like the 3:40 or 3:45 before the kickoff actually happens. But I have the TV on. I wanted to come on. This is my normal Sunday to come on. So I says, Super Bowl or not, I'm going to come on. Anybody wants to chat, just go ahead and put some down in the remarks, and I'll get back with you. Subjects are up to you. Hey, Joe, how are you doing? Glad to see you on board today. Who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl if you're rooting at all? I've never been much of a Seattle fan, but I want to pull for Seattle for a couple of reasons. New England's won it too many times, and I'm like a rags to riches. I like the ones like rags to riches, and Sam Darnold in his short career has gone from the rags to riches. Hey, Phoenix, glad to see you. Yeah, shut up with the pregame, and I'm not going to watch the halftime show. David's here to say goodbye to everybody before the game. Come on, you got people. Put your foot. What you done? I already said I'm going to root for Seattle today, if I watch it all. But who are you pulling for? Anybody pulling for Seattle, or who's the Patriot fan out here? I can't be a Patriot fan and be a Buffalo Bill fan at the same time. So that's the way it goes. Somebody asked me what I got on the table working right now. I have South Mountain. Almost finished with my first game of South Mountain. I've been going very, very slow on that one because I wanted to learn that system because that's the Civil War Brigade system by Worthington. I have other games in it, so I figured I'm watching. It's been a crazy weekend in my 2001 baseball season replay. Oh, cool. I don't know if I'm going to watch it or not, but I'll have it on. I might be playing a game. I got several new projects going recently in sports. I got, the 1957 Dodger replay. Not really pull for either side. That's okay, Joe. Not everybody's a sports guy. But I'm doing the Dodger replay. Like I say, South Mountain I got on the board. On the table. I got the 57 Dodger replay baseball using the cards and dice, and I'm using digital diamond to enter it so it keeps the stats for me. And then I'm doing the 2012 payoff pitch Detroit replay using digital diamond. That's another one of my new ones. And another new one that I just started yesterday is the 2009 2010 NBA playoffs using 4th Street basketball. Haven't had 4th Street out for a really long time. I like it. It's not for everybody though. It does take a long time to play, but I like it, so I don't mind with that. And I have another one game on the table that I'm running through a learning curve. I'm almost done with, and it's called Intrepid. And it's a 1-to-4 player game, and you're working in your International Space Station, and you're working to save oxygen and power and all of this stuff while the space station's having some threats and disasters. So you got to try to make it. I'm thinking I'm going to lose, but it's fun. I really enjoyed it. It's a book. I've had this for about like 4 years. It was a Kickstarter, and I just now got it on the table. I'm not much of. I got a lot of ones in shrink crying that get put on the table. All right. What else, you guys? What anybody got? Phoenix just says he's got a 2001 baseball replay going on. What about anybody else? You got any war games going on, Joe, right now? Same here at Phoenix. I need to play catch up in my 87-88. Wow, soccer league. I don't play any soccer. That's crazy. Using between the boards indoor soccer game. Never got into soccer. Even when my son was playing it in high school, I'd go to the games, but I just really couldn't get into it. Never got into it. And so I don't have any soccer games. You know, I don't know if I wanted one, which one I would go with anyway. So anyway, yeah, David, is that a full season you're doing in that soccer league? How about the Olympics, folks? Anybody watching the Olympics beside me? USA men's hockey starts on Thursday. The U.S. women are doing real good right now in the hockey. And the U.S. team I guess you would call it figure skating. 300 plus games, plus the playoffs. Oh, my goodness, David. Oh, my goodness. That is a lot. Not to mention I haven't had time. I just always have it on, and and I'm always doing something else, and so I always have it on. So I catch now and then. I don't particularly just sit and watch it like I have going on right now. I look over there and see what's going on. That's about it. Hey Joe, no war games going on. It is me and one other person. Couldn't do it myself. Oh, okay. So do you do you play solo and the other person plays solo and then you combine the stats, or is this head to head that you're playing? Because I don't have any idea about the game. Did you say it was a between the boards indoor soccer game? So this is for TV. This is TV. Nothing on the table right now. Trying to decide on the next one. That's always a tough for me. Now that when I finish up with South Mountain, I probably won't go right into the other Civil War Brigade Series ones, but then I'll have to make a decision. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I can relate to that totally. So on TV, this was like about, month and a half, 2 months ago. I was looking through my Blu-rays and everything, and I saw that I have all 5 or 6 seasons of a series called Fringe, a sci-fi series that was on TV a long time ago. I said, geez, I might have to watch that again someday. So then like a week and a half ago, I was going through the Disney Channel, and they got it on the Disney Channel. So I'm watching Fringe all over again. And I don't really remember anything. Of course, you guys remember I told you before I was in a coma, and so I lost a lot. But this is where it comes in to be a good thing, because I'm watching it, I'm enjoying it, and I have not remembered a single thing yet. So I know the overall concept, but I don't know anything in particular. Okay, I've broken down the schedule. I tabulate the stats and standings at the end of each month of the calendar. We have broken it down. Oh, okay. So I'm taking it by that you're each playing solo, and then you're doing the stats for both games that are played. So instead of playing 300 games, you might, if both of you played the whole way, you might only be playing 150 games. Is that what I'm understanding? Phoenix, what do you got going on besides your baseball? I haven't been over to the channel in a while. Been kind of busy doing some other stuff. Thanks, David, for straightening that out on me. Well, that's cool that you find somebody that you can play games with. The only people I play games with is my superstar baseball people. They come over once a week, two of them, and we play. And we have one guy in Tennessee, and we have one guy in Temecula. Not much going on right now. That's good. Gives you more time to work on that baseball league you're doing. Winter campaign in Arkham Horror, LCG early, so now a smorgasbord. Arkham Horror. I do have the Arkham Horror, the card game, and I haven't played it in a long, long time, and I only played it once, and so I'm not real knowledgeable on it. That'd be a really big refresher if I bring that back out again this year. I don't know what my next game is going to be for when Intrepid finishes up. It's glad to see 3 or 4 people come on today. I was wondering if anybody would make a little bit of time before the Super Bowl started, come on and chat a little bit about things. I'm in Rochester, New York. The other person is near Houston, Texas. I met him through a Discord channel and decided to do this project. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the guy that we have in Superstar Baseball is from Tennessee, but this is his second year, and we use Discord and the Discord cameras and then play. But unfortunately, because of life takes over sometimes, when this season's over and we're almost done, he's going to be pulling out, so we'll be back down to 4 owners. So if you know anybody that's interested in playing, let me know. Yeah, we're at like game 29 and 30 of the 30-game regular season and then the playoffs. And I got one of my teams is eliminated already, and I got 3 teams that are still in the running for a spot that's not confirmed, and one of them is close to you. Yeah, Joe, I have South Mountain 1862 from Worthington on the table. I'm almost finished with my learning game with that one. And then I don't know where I'm going to go next. I've been taking a long time with it and doing the things slowly so I can get those rules in my head for when I bring out another one of the Civil War Brigade series games that I have. But I'm not sure that'll be the next one I go into or not. Right now in South Mountain, I'm in turn, I think, number 12 of 14. And so far, the Rebs are holding them off from getting those big victory points. But boy, the Union has got a lot of guys coming up the roads. I'm enjoying it more every time because every time I'm learning and learning and learning and learning. Now I'm starting to feel comfortable on it, which means I'll probably make mistakes. But I'm enjoying that series. The 1.4 version of the rules is what comes with the newer games. However, what I found out on there is there's on the 1.4, there's no on road movement. If you're on a road and you're infantry and you want to use the bonus, you could pay for 1/2 each time you move a hex. Well, they didn't have it in 1.4, and I questioned it. Nobody answered me back. But on their Facebook page, Worthington has 1.3b. 1.3b has that in there. So I use all of 1.4, except I'm using that 1.3b about the road movement. Because if I didn't have road movement, it'd be the only Civil War game I got that doesn't have the road movement. So, I'm using it. Like somebody always says, I don't know who always says, maybe it's me. It's our games. Play them the way we want to play them to have fun. The only one I have in the series is Shiloh. Yeah, Shiloh is a pretty big. This one, 1862 is a smaller footprint, I think, than Shiloh as far as the number of counters and everything. It's again, there's a lot of counters on the board right now, but I picked this one out of it before I do the 7 days battles or anything like that to learn and take my time because it looked like it would have been an easier one to learn. Because I have Shiloh and Antietam and South Mountain, and I also have 7 Days Battles. I thought there was another one over there. Franklin, but I'm not sure if Franklin's in this series or not. It's from them, but I'm not sure if it's from them. Okay, guys, bring up something you want to talk about. Bring up the subject. Get the old man mind going here a little bit. David, Rochester, New York. I didn't know you were that close to Buffalo. That's about 90 miles, about an hour and a half down the freeway. I can't never say I was in Rochester. I've gone through it, but I don't think I've ever stopped in Rochester for any reason. When I used to live there as a youngster, and when I go back to visit, you get to see the Rochester Amerks play, the hockey team for the Sabres. But I wish I'd had a hockey team that was close. So there's one down the road, down the hill. It's about 30 miles down the road. And it's Ontario, but I've never been down to see a hockey game. I should start doing that. I have seen the Sabres play when they come out and play Anaheim or LA. I've actually gone into Phoenix when they used to be in Phoenix, when there was a Phoenix team, and I actually gone up to okay, thanks, Joe. And I also have the other one, but I don't think it's in the series for sure. It's Chancellorsville. That's not in the series. So Franklin is in that series, in the same series, huh? I want to have to look at the rules again on Franklin. I thought there was some strange. Oh no, you know, I'm getting Franklin mixed up with Rebel Fury, the first one out by Mark Herman in that series. Getting them mixed up in my mind right now. Grew up in West Seneca, Kaisertown, and then moved to Rochester for college. Decided to stay after. I'm from South Buffalo. I was firstly born and lived on the west side. When I was 7 years old, we moved to South Buffalo. So that's why I call South Buffalo. And I lived on Marilla Street, which is off of South Park, and is about 5 blocks from the Lackawanna Bridge. I went to Bishop Timon High School. Yeah, so I still got my games on order list sitting there at 8. I haven't bought anything because I'm trying to get that list down. Like I said before, they're all P500s or Kickstarters, and not much action going on in those. So, if I see something that's really bugging, I really want, I'll probably wait till like the end of March, beginning of April, and I'll add one more to the list. There's a couple things out there that have tempted me recently. I can't remember what they are right now. Something in P500. Of course, I should break out the Bronx Crosstown Expressway again. I played that for a while. I was starting to get to learn it, and then for some reason, I had to put it away. I put it away, and I did not. Whatever do you need to play the air traffic control PC game? Just the PC. I have a regular hardware, and you got to set up the voice. You'll need a microphone, and of course, because you need it, but you can do that with a headset microphone or a webcam, so that you can talk to the planes and so forth. And I have another camera. I have two monitors. That's why I can video it. But to just play it, just something that you're talking to, a microphone, yeah, and a PC. Come here. Why? This isn't cutting the town down. It's just the way the town was when I was a young growing up. If you know all the locations of all the gin mills in Buffalo, you got a great memory, because there are a lot of gin mills, and I hit a lot of them too when I was older. Because when I was growing up, you only had to be 18 legally to drink in Western New York. Pennsylvania used to fight that a lot because Pennsylvania is 21. So what they did in Western New York was they issued, if you were 18, you get a sheriff's card from the sheriff's department with showing that you're 18 and you're a resident of Western New York. So then when you go into the bar, they'll either if you show them your sheriff's card, and then you're okay. So other than only being 18, it also wasn't very hard for us to find somebody to buy us beer on the weekends when we were 16 and 17. Yeah, I know when they finally went to 21, that was a bummer, but Pennsylvania was fighting them and for a long time about raising theirs up to 21. And then with the federal highway, everybody says, well, everybody, went to 21 for health reasons. The biggest main reason that I remember that all the states went to 21 years old because the federal government threatened to withhold their funds for their roads if they didn't go to 21. That's my memory about it. Yeah, that PC game, Joe, that fills a soft spot in my heart. And I've told people before, I spent 20 years in the Air Force as an air traffic controller. Loved that job, and still miss that job till this day. And it's been ages since I've been out, and I miss the camaraderie. The camaraderie between controllers was just great. So that game fills a hole in my spot. But as I'm getting older now, I find myself making mistakes quite more often than I would have never made when I was young. If I made those mistakes when I was young, the supervisor would have pulled me out of position. I'm about to do another shift in one of the other airports. Haven't done one. Well, I did the last one I did was in Seattle on a night shift. Anybody that's on or listening, put any remarks down there. Even if you come on later after this is recorded, put some remarks down there. I'll definitely get back with you. I love to hear from people. Is anybody out there also American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator drivers? Let me know who you are. I'd like to get contact with you or keep contact with you. Oh, somebody left. It's getting close to the ball game time, 25. There's a hockey game on right now, and I can't see who it is. It looks like Finland and Czechoslovakia. So women, I think, yeah, they're fighting. They're having their problems over there in the Olympics with the COVID, the norovirus. One of the hockey teams had to cancel his game the day before, two or 3 days ago, because the team was so sick, and they're everything's being rearranged and everything. So COVID's still out there, and so the local engineering about to retire. I guess I'll have to drive trains on the computer. Yeah, I think there's some train games out there. I look on Steam. You can probably see what kind of games they got if you're a Steam member. Yeah, you missed out. You've been doing a job for a long, long time. That's one of the things that you miss when you do retire. Of course, I didn't retire right out of air traffic control. I went to work for Northrop as a security manager on the B-2 bomber program, and I worked there for about 9 or 10 years before I got medically relieved. I was watching this one. There's another guy called Gen X Gamer out there. He does a lot of the air traffic control ones. The night before last, I was watching one in the precinct where he plays a cop, does a shift on a cop, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, he does several different simulations. I'm just trying to see if I can get Steam up real quickly and do a search and see if they got any trains. Oh yeah, I see several of them. I see Train Simulator World number 6. And I see Train Simulator Classic. So there are a couple out there. If you get to the point where you miss it and you want to look for something, check out Steam. So, Joe, if you're still on, so as an engineer on a train, do you do routes that are relatively short, or do you have to go cross-country routes and be gone for days at a time from your family? Yeah, if you got any other friends that are interested in music, tell them to check out my other channel, Music Spins and Sounds with Bill. Getting up there, almost got 40 subs there. I put out at least one video a week every Saturday about the music that I listened to this week. I show the media, talk about it a little history about the group or the record. Figure might as well. Got to keep the old mind going so it doesn't get stagnant. And plus, I love music. I've been a music fan since I've been a young kid, before even around the Elvis days when he was first coming out. Early days out of town, now I work local. That stays near Tuscaloosa. Yeah, I'm only stationed down that area, Joe. I think I told you before I was stationed in Robins Air Force Base in Warner Robins, Georgia, for 2 years in the late 70s. Early 70s. In between 2 3-year stints in Korea, I spent 2 years in the 5th Mobile Combat Group out of Robbins. That was a good assignment. Just turned the channel. Got the sound down, but I went over to the football game. Hot, humid summers. Yes, they were. And, I'm trying to think. I think it was the winter of 72 or 72 going into 73 when I was down in Georgia. We had a snowstorm. We had about 8 inches of snow down there. People didn't. I'm from Buffalo. I knew how to drive in the snow, but a lot of people didn't know how to drive in the snow. They were skidding, flying off the roads. And yes, and it is hot and humid. In most of the places that I lived in little apartments or in trailers back in the day, and just little one window AC systems. They kept you a little bit cool, but it was better than nothing. Okay, David, thanks a lot. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the football game. Hope to see you at the Q&A at the end of the month. Mark your calendars. That was David checking out on us and come in and gave us talked about his soccer games and where he lived and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Remember, you can bring up any subjects that you want. We still got 4 people wanting. You just got to put them down there in the comments and I'll answer you, or put it there in the comments. And when later when I get back to watching the recording, I'll answer you then. Bring up any topic you want. The only things I won't discuss is politics and religion. Still got 4 people watching. Got anything you want to ask me? You can ask me questions too. Those people that are watching, just shoot it down there in the remarks section. Have I ever played Twilight Imperium? No, I have Twilight Imperium. I think it's number 4 in a box in the other room. No, I get Twilight Imperium, the war game. I know which one you're talking about. No, I have not played that one. I got that one mixed up with another Twilight game. Does it have a pretty good learning curve on it, Joe? I see there's several editions. Oh, Twilight Imperium. That is the one I got. I got the 4th edition, but I think there's a war game up by that name also. I see one called The Prophecy of Kings. Now I'm really confused. Okay, I've never broke it out. I don't know how solo friendly it is. I'm just trying to look here, and if it says anything about it, it says it's in the collections. That must be the one I have. I'm trying to see if it says anything about being solo friendly. I understand, though, that if you get into that game, that could be like a 10-hour game and you still wouldn't finish it if you were playing with several different people. Because even now, it says on 3 to 6 players, this one says on Board Game Geek, and it says 240 to 480 minutes. That's 8 hours. 4 hours to 8 hours. No, I don't think so either. There's another one that I got that it's an upgrade to what I'm trying to remember what the first one was, but I have one that I want to get into that is solo. It's called Age of Innovation. And that's another one where you're trying to create different worlds and so forth like that. I'm trying to remember what the other one was that I have played with other people. Can't remember right now. Oh, okay. Prophecy of Kings is an expansion. I see. Yeah, I have the 4th edition, according to my records. Boy, I really want my upgrade pack for this War of Mine, the 2nd edition upgrade pack to come. So I can get that back. I don't want to put it back on the thing. I want to play it again, but I'm not going to play it till the upgrade pack comes in. Still haven't heard nothing about UE Leader from DVG or Away Team or House Divided from GMT. Them are the P500s. Dawn of Madness upgrade pack I got coming. That's on the Kickstarter or Game Fund. Guadalcanal from the Valiant Defense series. That's on a Kickstarter. It's been on the Kickstarter since July of 2024. So that's not too bad. Where's the old ones? Away Team is, I've had it on order since November of 2022. If you look at GMT, Away Team has got way like 3,500 orders. I don't know. Yeah, see if you can find an opponent. If you could find an opponent that has a Discord with the cameras, you might be able to play that way with each of you being able to see the same board. North Africa 40, still on the P500. Just clicking over here to see the P500s right now. Yeah, the Away Team is it's still in art and final development, and it has 3,315 orders. Oh, so you're waiting for both of those games too? Cool. I really like this War of Mine and Dawn of Madness. I like both of them. Dawn of Madness was a Kickstarter. I waited a long time to bring it out. I brought it out last year. A lot of moving parts, but I really liked it. Yeah, Away Team in North Africa both look good. Yeah, they do. I'm still sitting there waiting for them. I think I had something, and I have North Africa 41, but I didn't want to break it out until I get North Africa 40. And I've got a couple of really good books about the Africa campaign from during the war. Oh. Boy, I got a lot of things shipping right now. second edition of Mr. President. That one has tempted me several times. I don't know if, yeah, you can actually get it on digital now on Steam also. Yeah, it's a little bit high. I want to go. I just looked at the cost, $121 for Mr. President. Yeah, those North Africa games, anything by those Mark Simonage series is pretty cool. The only one I've ever really played through all the way is that one on Market Garden. I can't even see it on my shelves right now. Oh, it's up there somewhere. It's a Market Garden. I forget what the name of it is. Oh, Holland 44. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, I just saw it just as you punched that one up there. Thanks, Joe. I played that one solo. That's one of the ones that you got to play. At least I have to play both sides, bound and determined to win. I got to make the moves that are going to be survivable or battle woes for both sides. And that's how I play those ones. Boy, that football game has started at 3:41. Oh, my goodness gracious. That is quick. We'll see. Yeah, I won't be watching the halftime show. I wasn't too impressed with Bad Bunny when I saw him on the Grammys last week. All right, looks like you're the only one up there, Joe. What else you want to talk about? There's only one person up there. It must be you. Is there anything you'd like to see me do on the channel, Joe? You haven't seen me do anything with? Never. It doesn't hurt to let me know and ask. And I think I've only ever turned one down, and that one of them, somebody wanted me to play Status Pro Football, but I checked it out and it was not really compatible with solo and took up a lot of space. But I've had several, I don't know, over the last couple of years, maybe 4 or 5 different requests, and I looked them up and I did them for them. Doesn't matter. It cost me a little bit of money. Can't take it with me anyway. I think reading about a book on the same subject is more interesting. Yeah, it really, to me, it does 2 things. First of all, it increases my knowledge of what actually went on during history, and second of all, as far as the game, it brings a lot of the theme into me while I'm playing. Makes it more interesting and fun. I did do I don't know if you saw it. I did do a video turn 10 demo on South Mountain. I made some mistakes on that one, but I did do a turn 10 demo, put that out. That was quite a long one, but I did make some mistakes in there. It's like somebody once said, and I agree with them, that once I hit record on there, my IQ goes way down. Funny. Yeah. And have never learned how those people do that when they, I know how to edit a video, splicing and putting it together. But when they make a mistake and then they put lettering, when they review it and they put lettering on there to say, no, that shouldn't have happened. I have my son teach me how to do that. He's an IT guy. He should, so that I could do that for people. when I do make mistakes, and I recognize them, but it's kind of hard to fix sometimes, so to let people know that it was a mistake or that I recognized it and I saw it later, fixed it later. Yeah, it's quite a long one. It's wow. I only put it out 3 days ago. It's the first one that's showing up on my channel right now, aside from this live stream. I do also. I read the rules, and then I watch the videos, and then I do a combination of both as I'm playing along. If I don't understand something, I stop it. If I read the rules, if I still don't understand it, I'll look for something in the video. Yeah, it really helps me a lot to combine the reading and the visual learning of the game. Because sometimes the rules are the rules are the rules. Let's put it that way. Some of them aren't very explained very well. Yep, sure does. I think my biggest problem is time, because I have a lot of subscribers out there that like a lot of different things, and so I try to get the war games out, and I try to get the regular multiplayer games out, and the sports games. And I get into the sports games, and some people want some baseball, and some people want some basketball, that type of thing. And so since the channel stopped growing as fast as it was growing the first time, so all I'm still trying to put different stuff out there, but I'm also playing things that I want to play, get them going. If there's a relatively new one I did, I first look at that, maybe it might be the next one on the board game one, and it's called Lightning Train, and it's a board game, and it is solo. Do I like VUCA games? I'm trying to remember which ones they are and which ones I might have. I think are they the ones with like Awakening the Bear and Guadalcanal? Conflict of Heroes, I guess it's called. Is that what the VUCA games are you're talking about? Isn't he the guy from Academy Games? Okay. the VUCA games has got me confused. I'm not sure what that is right now. I'm trying to see something here. Yeah, those ones I was talking about are Academy games. Oh, okay, there we go. Now you got me straight. And then I would have to say, no, I probably don't. Have you ever gone on to any of the war game conventions, Joe? Oh, I see Vuka now. I just brought it up. No, I don't have any of those. One war game convention I used to go to. I haven't gone now since COVID. I'm going to go back this year as long as my schedule works out. It's in Tempe, Arizona. It's ConSim Expo. That's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice one. They handles really, really well. Stay in a motel there or another motel down the road. And they have all kinds of open gaming, war gaming, and then there's another section there where people play any games they want to bring up. It doesn't have to be war per se. It's open gaming area, which is in a different part. It's not in the main hallway where all of the big board games are. Yeah, that's a good one to think about. Of course, you're on the East Coast, and there's some good ones up there in the East Coast too that you could probably find more information about. If you watch a guy named Ard Wolfslayer, I don't know if you watch Artie or not. He talks a lot about war games. He's pretty knowledgeable. And he goes to several of those different war game conventions up there. Okay, Joe, if you got something else you want to talk about, bring it up. If not, I'm going to go ahead and wait a couple more minutes here, and then I'll shut her down for the day. This time next month, it'll be talking about 26, and the end of the month will be the question and answer session. But if you have something, bring it up. Yeah, I've been watching for quite a few years too. I can't honestly say I watch him every week, but I watch his counter clipping show because he talks a lot about different games, and then I watch him sometimes that one that he does where he's on there with Dan. I think it's Dan, the Chit Show or whatever it's called, and they talk about things there too. So those are the two that I pick up with Artie. The other guy I like to watch on his shows, as he does a really good job, is Stuka Joe. I like when he puts out videos on his shows. Yeah, no, Artie's got quite the memory. I agree with you on that. I'm going, holy moly, this guy knows something about everything, and it seems like wargaming, and not only recently, back for decades. So I know that he said one time, I think he was a history major in college, so that kind of led to his war gaming too, probably. I don't know if he was a history major or if he took certain courses on history. I forget what he said that one time. Yeah, the other one that I got in new that I did a first look on, that might be the next war game that I give it a try, is the from DVG is Field Commander Robert E. Lee. Still got it sitting here waiting to get onto the table. That might be the next one after South Mountain, because I should be fairly similar with the concepts because I do have Field Commander Napoleon. I just had to look up some different stuff because this came out with like 3 or 4 different rule books. I got really confused at the beginning, but now I have to look. I'm starting to understand. Yeah, his best video, Stuka Joe, is excellent. Excellent. What a nice guy. I did meet him personally down at the Consim Expo back around 2021. And that really nice guy. He was down there playing games and doing his video things that he does when he goes to the conventions. And really nice to meet him. It's so cool to meet these people face to face. The guy that runs that is John. Is it Hines? John Hines. He works with Compass Games. He's the one that's been primarily the head man for the Compass Expo, Consim Expo. I mean, but there's always designers down there. Last time I was down there, oh man, I forget his name now. The owner of GMT was there, and they have at night they have different little, what I don't know what you would call them, sessions. Like he held a session on something in a small room where you went in and listened to them talk about certain things. Oh, he doesn't work for Compass anymore, huh? Okay, it's a long been time since I've been looking at that. I wonder if he's still doing the Consim Expo. Plus, I got some games that a couple games from Compass that I haven't put on the table yet either. It's a lot to do. Oh, okay. There it is, Ponzek. You know, this old memory just doesn't get me going. Gets me going now. See, I was bringing up. See if I can bring the Consim World, Consim News. Yeah, I have. I was trying to look and see what the last one was. Grant. I can't remember what the part last one. Need to get them onto the table. Yeah, that's what when I do the video. When I first get things, I do that first look when I take the shrink off so that I can see what's in there, when other people can see what's in there. So when do you retire? How much longer you got to go before you retire? Raiders of the Deep and Western Front Ace. Yeah, I have Raiders of the Deep. I'm trying to remember what this other one is. Let me look here. Well, it's pretty heavy too. It's this one here. And he doesn't ever have those scales on there telling you whether it's sellable or not. I think it must be, or I might not have ordered it. Oh, it's highly suitable for solo, it says. I think I got another one by him, but I think it's in the other room. I can't remember it. I have Western Raiders of the Deep. I like playing that one. I haven't played it for a while. I'm sure I have a campaign going on in there. The last one I played was Silent Victory, which was similar to that one, but that's from GMT. Okay, Joe, I want to thank you for coming on. We've been on a little bit about an hour now. That's about as long as I like to go, unless you have something that's really pressing you want to talk about, then just throw it up there and we will talk about it. But other words, think about the good stuff and watch the channel. I'm now that I said it, I'm really leaning towards it. It'll be Robert E. Lee for the next one on the table. We got 3 people up here now, just jumped in. Take care, Joe. All right. For those of you that are watching, there's any topics, we're just getting ready to sign off here. If you're watching the video later, put some comments down there. If you're watching and you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel to help us grow. This is SoCal Saber saying take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other. Stay safe.